Replay. I'm Jerry Knight, along with the Yellow Jackets head coach Jim Hartley, with our 10th show for 1986. And this afternoon, we're going to be looking at the regular season finale this past Friday night at Brawley Stadium. It was the big Battle of Florence, bragging rights for another year. It was the Coffee-Bradshaw game. It was the 20th meeting between these two rivals, and the Yellow Jackets, with a touchdown drive in the fourth quarter, came from behind, overcoming a one-point deficit at halftime to win it 14-7. It was a great, great win for the Yellow Jackets, especially being coming from behind. It kept their winning streak alive at 3 and gave them some very important momentum coming into the Friday night playoff this week when Coffee will be at home against the Parker Thundering Herd. So it was a big win, Jim. We'll talk about that briefly in a moment, but let's explain our surroundings that we have here today. As you can see, much, much more beauty than we've had all year long. We're flanked by Wanda McCollum. Directly behind my right, she's the cheerleader sponsor at Coffee High School in her first year in that position. And the 4 very pretty senior cheerleaders that lead the yells each week for the Coffee Yellow Jackets. They're going to be our special guests today, and we'll talk to them a little bit later on in the program, Jim, but they do a great, great job all year long.
Yeah, they do. They work very hard. They start basically when we do and go through all through the summer and all through the football season. And they just do a terrific job, and sometimes we don't give them the recognition that they really should get, but now that I got them behind me, I tell them we want them to know that the coaching staff and of course the football team, we really do appreciate it, and it makes a difference when we know they're there behind us and yelling.
Well, that's a great group to have behind us, and we're going to meet those girls a little bit later on, let you have the idea of who each one of them is, and we'll talk to them about some things about their cheerleading career and their activities at Coffee High School. Back to the football game, it was a great, great win, Jim, 14-7. It was your second game, Coffee Bradshaw-wise, as a head coach, and you kept your undefeated mark intact, but it was kind of hairy-scary there in the fourth quarter. We were down 7-6, and but we came back with a great drive in the fourth period to win it.
Yeah, that's true. We sort of all year been having a little thing after the ball game. You know, people come down, the parents and what have you, you know, and they're wiping their brow and what have you, and you know, just the comment that I normally give is, you know, we like to give people their money's worth, and this one was no different. They got their money's worth. It was a good spectators game. I'm sure it is one that I'd rather not been involved in. I wish it had been 42-0 again. You wouldn't have to worry a whole lot, but it's always nice to beat Bradshaw. And, of course, it's nice for the seniors because this is their last opportunity to play against Bradshaw. It's nice for the bragging rights for the city of Florence. You know, we have that on our side for another year. And, of course, it's just simply nice for the student body and the faculty and the administration at school. Things just seem to go better if you win that particular ball game for the rest of the year.
Well, we talked about the incentive factor with Coffee coming in, winning 2 big area games, which put us into the playoff as the Area 14 6A champion. And with Parker coming in, coaches like to have some momentum coming down the stretch, or the old cliche, we need to peak at the right time. You think the Jackets may be on the verge of doing that as we enter the playoffs Friday night?
Well, Jerry, we certainly hope we are. We're heading in that direction, winning 3 straight, and I think for the first time this year, I think we went over 300 yards in total offense, and again, we played well defensively, and we were sound in our kicking game, so hopefully we're peaking out at the right time.
As we look at the first half, Jim, the Yellow Jackets get a big, big play on a 3rd and long situation to take the lead 6-0. Extra point snap is high, so we do not convert that. And then the defense plays well. Near the end of the first half, you'll see Coffee try a halfback pass from the sideline, and it's intercepted on a great play by Matt Holman, who runs it back deep in our territory. And the Bruins score in the last 4 minutes of the first half. Their extra point is good, so all of a sudden we're down by 1 at the half.
Well, Jerry, the play that Vernon scored on, that particular play has been good to us all year. In fact, it helped us win the Gaston game over there in the early part of the year, or the first game of the year, really. It's what we call a 2 special screen. It's a moving screen where our halfback moves and our quarterback moves and our interior people all move one direction or the other. We got excellent blocking on the play, and of course Vernon hit a crack, broke it, and went ahead and scored. And of course we let Bradshaw back in the thing. We were trying a little misdirection type thing, throwing the hitch out there to Skip and then letting him throw it. And of course Matt came over from his free safety and did an excellent job reading what we were trying to do, made a terrific interception, carried it back down, and of course there a couple of 3 plays later, David Costin hit Byron Darby for the touchdown on a little slant end.
Okay, so let's get into the first half of action in just a moment with a great football night, beautiful weather, and a great crowd on hand for the 20th meeting. And we'll be back with the first half in just a moment. And it's number 63 to do the kicking off for Bradshaw. That is Bill Jordan, 5'11", 200-pound senior. 26 seniors for the Bruins playing their final game, and 17 Coffee seniors in their final Coffee Bradshaw game. They've still got the playoff next week. Jordan drills a good kick right straight down the middle. Horton will catch it 3 yards into the end zone where the ball will be down at that point, and Coffee will put it in play 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The Yellow Jackets dressed in the visiting white tonight with the gold numerals, white headgear, and the gold trousers. Bradshaw in their home brown with the white numerals and the white trousers and the white headgear with the orange lettering. All right, Coffee, 1st down and 10 yards to go as this game is underway. The 20th meeting between Coffee and Bradshaw. Here's the quarterback rolling out of there and giving off to Williams, who breaks over the right side for 4 yards up to the 24-yard line behind the block of Steve Kuntz. Making the hit in there for the Bruins was number 61. That's Mike Hutchison, the linebacker. So that play gained 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6 yards to go as Coffee's Jim Hartley starting Mark Williams, a sophomore, in there tonight in place of Robbie Richardson. He had earlier told us Robbie would start at fullback, but he's changed his mind in going with a sophomore, Mark Williams. So got quite a few sophomores playing tonight. Here's a draw play to Ingram, and he is hit at the line of scrimmage. He might have got the 25-yard line. They're going to give him a yard to the 25, and the entire center of the Bruin line, led by Hines Moody, one of the ends on the right side, along with number 74, Ricky Wisdom, make the hit for the Bruins. So early in the first series, Coffee will face a possession down, 3rd and 5, at their own 25. We're inside the first minute of action. No score here at Brawley. Phillips puts Mark Wright on a wide out to the right side, and he's going to sprint back to throw. Gets a block, shoots upfield, going to run it. 25, he's in the secondary at the 30, cuts it into the 35 and falls to the 36 for a 1st down. Great job of running behind Phillips. He was sprung loose by an excellent block on the right corner to save a sack that time, Bill Hunt, by somebody who didn't catch his number.
I believe it was Gregory Watson, Stephen Kuntz. I couldn't catch his number, but Phillips went back to pass that time. He didn't see a receiver open. Bradshaw had a good rush on him, and he did a great job of running the football to get away from the rush and head upfield, pick up the 1st down at the 36-yard line.
All right, the Bruin fans are fired up down below tonight. Under our press box, you wouldn't think they were 1-8 on the year. They want an upset here tonight. Phillips is going to shoot it upfield on 1st down. He's hit and fumbles the ball at the 29-yard line. And let's see who got it. I believe Vernon Ingram fell back on it. He did. So Coffee keeps possession, but a great hit in there on the quarterback, Phillips, to sack him back at the 29-yard line.
Number 85, Tynes Moody, was the defensive end on the right side, and he was untouched. Phillips went back to pass, and nobody blocked Tynes Moody, and boy, he lowered the boom on him. Phillips fumbled the ball, but Vernon Ingram was able to fall on it and save it for Coffee.
That play lost back to the 29, a loss of about 7. Here's 2nd and 17. Ingram on a draw to the 30, to the 32, out to the 33. That's all he can get. Making the hit in there was Mike Hutchison, the left side linebacker, at the 33-yard line. So Vernon picks up 4 yards on a sprint draw, and this will bring up 3rd down now for Coffee. They have it at their own 33-yard line. It's 3rd down and about 13. 9.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Coffee with the opening drive. And the Bruins trying to hang on here and take over. Phillips with a double wide out to the right. Now it's going to bring Johnson back to the left. Confusion offensively for Coffee, and they're going to call a timeout. There's a timeout on the field. No score in the game. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Earl Murray Mobile Homes has it with a comfortable living. Ruminants, sunken tub, the warmth of a fireplace. Now interest rates are at a low of 10.9%. with financing up to 20 years. Gerald Murray has been the mobile giant for 15 years and continues to do so with courteous sales help and continuous service after the sale. If you're thinking about purchasing a new home, think Gerald Murray Mobile Homes, Woodward Avenue, Muscle Shoals.
Color my world with hope of loving you.
Show her you love her with beautiful jewelry from Sidelines. Exquisite pieces in silver and gold, synthetic stones, freshwater pearls, and colorful crystal. Select the latest designs just in from New York or an original Sidelines creation. There's no better way to say, I love you, than with jewelry from Sidelines, English Village, Florence.
Here's Coffey's 3rd down and 13, and Phillips shoots it upfield. Got a man open at the 48 into Bruin territory at the 49 and maybe to the 48-yard line. It's Darrell Higgins, but there's a flag back in the backfield. So that would indicate preliminary holding, and Coffey's coming all the way back immediately. But Phillips shot a bullet up to Higgins, who got open in the seam, but it's going to be called back. It's holding. Holding against Coffey on 3rd down. So that's a big play, Bill, nullified with a holding call there.
Yes, and the flag was actually thrown after Phillips had already released the football, and it was a late flag, but Coffey was called guilty of holding. Big 1st down on 3rd down and 12, gained about 20 yards. It's all going to be nullified. It's going to be 3rd down now and about 22 yards to go.
That'll pull it all the way back. I don't believe we've mentioned tonight Halloween.
Well, I meant to say earlier, you got the scariest mask on.
Oh, thank you. Teresa wanted to know where my uniform was. I said, I got it on. Must be out of place a little bit. But it's a beautiful Halloween night. And right now, Coffey and Bradshaw trying to throw the scare into each other. Here's 3rd and long, and Phillips drops the throw. It's a screen set up. He's under a heavy rush. He shoots it up to Ingram at the 25, at the 30, Vernon to the 35, to the 40, in the open at the 50. He's at the Bruin 40. Ingram racing down the sideline to the 30. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5 at the touchdown. Coffey. A 67-yard screen pass and run to Vernon Ingram. Bill Hunt, what an exciting play.
And you can see it up here high where we are. We can see the play developing. Vernon Ingram, number 74, Ricky Wisdom, held him up at the line of scrimmage. We didn't know if he was going to get out into the pass pattern or not, but once he did, he had 6 blockers out in front of him. Bradshaw had one chance at him at about the 35-yard line, and they missed it.
Here's a bad snap on the extra point try. George Williams picks it up and is down back at the 20. So that will not go as an attempted extra point from Williams. He was 9 out of 10 on the year coming in, and the snap was way over his head, and so Coffey fails to convert the extra point. There's a 30-second timeout with the score, Coffey 6 and Bradshaw nothing.
We at the Florence Gas Department are working for you to keep natural gas the safest, most efficient form of energy your money can buy. With modern gas leak detection equipment, we are able to pinpoint and repair leaks before they become a hazard to you. You can help out by giving us a call before you do any digging. This allows us ample time to locate and mark our underground pipeline facilities. This service is free of charge to you. So give us a call with any problems or questions that may arise. And remember, let gas make the big difference in the way you live.
Okay, Coffey that time. 67-yard screen pass from Phillips to Vernon Ingram. 77, that's right. The penalty put it back on the 23. And that was an 80-yard, 6-play drive. 77 yards of the 80 yards on that pass from Phillips to Ingram for the touchdown. And for Vernon, that's his 5th touchdown of the year. That's the 2nd touchdown pass of the year for Phillips. Here's the kickoff, and the Bruins going to take it at the 1. Back to the 5, 10, 15, up to the 20, 25, 30, at the 35, and finally hauled down at the 36-yard line, or he was gone. Number 25.
Number 80, Charles Brown.
That's Michael Frost, the son of the mayor of Florence. Eddie Frost almost had him a 99-yard return. And who was it, Bill, number 80?
Charles Brown for Coffey was the last man that had a chance to get him, and he caught him from behind at about the 36, 37-yard line. But that's all Mr. Frost's life from going all the way.
Good old Charlie Brown coming through with a saving tackle. All right, The Bruins at the 36. Costin gives it off to Ricks. He's at the 40, 45, 46-yard line. Almost 10 yards as Marcus Ricks, the sophomore, hits hard off the left side and gets 9. It'll be second down and a yard to go. The ball is going to be marked right at the 45-yard line for Bradshaw. And the Bruins check number 10 into the game, Byron Darby. They'll run a lot of wideouts and running backs in the game for you tonight. The quarterback is sophomore David Costin, who got his first start as a freshman last year in this Coffee game. He broke his leg earlier this season, and this is his first game back. Here's Costin, draw play, and he runs into his fullback back at the 41, and it's going to be for a loss. Costin spun around and tried to give the ball off to Ricks, and they collided with each other, and the Coffee defense was right there to take advantage of that, and the loss is going to be marked back at the Bruins 39-yard line.
Number 44, Gene Davis, was the man that made the stop for Coffee. He's playing linebacker for Coffee's really playing 3 linebackers tonight and 4 down linemen.
It's good to see Charles Smith back in there. He was injured earlier and thought to be out for the year, but he's come back and he's starting out in a cornerback slot tonight. Here is second down for the Bruins, and Costin with his first throw of the night, complete to Matt Holman and down quickly at the 44. Smith covered on the play. We watched the Bruins practice that. That was third down play in the pregame. The quick look in to Matt Holman, the son of Dennis Holman, former All-American for Bear Bryant at the University of Alabama and played for the Dallas Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs. And he's a senior playing his final game for the Bruins. So Coffee's defense is held, and Bradshaw will now have to punt the football. Number 10 is the kicker for the Bruins. That's Byron Darby. Coffee has Darrell Higgins in safety, and Darby's kick's a good one. Ball hits at about the 22 and skips out of bounds at the Coffee 18-yard line. So Darby with a good sideline kick, and Coffee puts it in play at the 18. First and 10. They're leading 6-0. We have 6:17 left to go here, Bill Hunt, in the first quarter.
Well, once again, Coffee comes out on defense with a good defensive effort. They had losing yardage after the first play, gained 8 yards, 9 yards. They put the quarterback and the fullback ran together for Bradshaw, and Coffee brought them down for a loss, and then the pass to Holman was a short one complete, but Coffee's defense held, and now they take over on offense.
First down and 10 yards to go. Phillips rolls out of there to Ingram at the 20, burning to the 25, the 26-yard line. Finally nailed in there by Bill Jordan, along with Mike Hutchison. And they're going to mark it at the 25.5-yard line. And a gain of about 6.5, 7 yards. Let's call it second and 3. 6 minutes to go, first quarter. Coffee 6, Bradshaw nothing. Coffee scored on a 77-yard screen pass and run from David Phillips to Vernon Ingram just a few minutes ago. Draw play to Williams, right straight up the gut at the 30 all the way to the 35-yard line. His knee touched down at about the 34.5. Let's call it the 34, and that's a Coffee first down. Sophomore Mark Williams on the draw play.
Mark Williams getting better every game this year, and I tell you what, tonight he looks like he's ready to play football. He's hitting that line of scrimmage quick on those quick openers up the middle, and that's something we hadn't seen from the Coffee backs this year.
Well, he and Gene Davis and Gregory Watson, that trio, the most heralded sophomores coming up from the freshman team last year, and they're beginning to show their strength here in the final part of the year. Here's a straight handoff right up the middle to Williams, and not much going there. Bruins cash him in at the 35-yard line, a gain of 1. And now Coffee's looking at second down, and we're really at about 10. He only got about a half a yard at the 35.
And number 85 times Moody again on the play. Stopped him at the line of scrimmage for virtually no gain.
Hines Moody, Bill Hunt, is the son of Laura Moody, who is the sister of Jim Blair.
That's right.
The head coach at Coffee. So his uncle Jim is the head man. Here's a pitch to Ingram, running wide at the 35, and that's all. Good tackle on the far side of the field that time by the Bradshaw Bruin cornerback who came across, and that was
number 25, Michael Frost.
He made a great play, Michael Frost, to nail Jordan on the, Ingram on the sweep. So now it's third down and 10. Coffee at their own 35-yard line. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Coffee leading the Bruins 6-0 on Halloween night, 1986. The 20th meeting between these two schools. Coffee holding a 14-5 edge in the series. Here's Phillips rolling to throw. He has the protection now, runs out of the pocket. He's on the corner at the 35, cuts it into the 40, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, and finally knocked down at that point at the 40. So Phillips almost scrambled out of the rush that time. He got out of some minor trouble, but he couldn't get enough yardage for the first down.
Number 74, Ricky Wisdom for Bradshaw, was on his pursuit angle. Phillips had got outside, and he tried to cut it back, and Wisdom caught him at the angle as he cut back and nailed him down flat on the ground. Boy, he hit him hard, but Coffey's got a punt for the first time tonight.
Bill, we want to say hello to Rajonda Brown, who is a freshman at Coffey. She's a member of the band, the president of the freshman class, and the daughter of Diane Brown, who's a teacher in the Coffey system at Powell School. Rajonda in the hospital and unable to make the game tonight, and we know she's listening. We want to wish her Godspeed and a quick recovery, and hope you enjoy tonight's game. Here's the punt. Matt Holman takes it at the 20 and gets only back to the 21. Good kick coverage by Coffey. Number 79 for the Jackets, Brian Earwood, was down there on the stop. So Bruins will put it in play at their 21. First down and 10 to go. Coffey leading 6-0 with 3:11 to go in the first quarter. A lot of things happening, Bill, at Hunt's TV, and on our next break we're going to talk a little bit about them because we've only got about 55 more days to Christmas, and I know that's on everybody's mind. Bruins put a double wide out to the right side. Holman is at the hash mark at the 20, and the give is to Ricks, and nothing going. Coffey stacked him up for no gain at the 21-yard line, and Scott Wilcoxon was the first man who made the hit in there along with Ingram at linebacker. So it's, let's see, they mark him at the 22. They're going to give him 1 yard. It'll be second down and 9 yards to go. The ball at the Bruin 22. They're trailing 6-0. Coffey has got a touchdown midway of the first quarter as Phillips hit Vernon Ingram on a screen pass, and Vernon ran it 77 yards for a touchdown. To give Coffey the lead, the snap on the extra point attempt was high, and Coffey failed to get a kickoff. Here's second down and 9. Bradshaw from their own 22-yard line, and Costin is in the pocket. The throw, it's complete, and he's hit at the 24-yard line immediately on a great open field tackle out there by Juan Jones.
Well, Juan Jones hit him just as the football got to him. I don't know how he held on to the ball, but he did. But Juan Jones was right there and nailed him on a very hard tackle for about a 2-yard gain.
The pass was complete to Bill Smith, the junior. It's third down and 7. Bradshaw at their own 24. Lorenzo Cole is wide to the right. Holman is wide to the left. And Costin's in the pocket to throw over the middle. It is complete and dropped at the 39. Holman almost had it. Costin threw it a little bit low. Matt had to dive for it and couldn't quite handle it. So it's fourth down, and the Bruins will punt it out.
Coffey's defense once again holds Bradshaw to about 2 yards total offense on that series. So Coffey's defense again tonight, starting out as they have all year with a great defense and holding their opponents to virtually no yards.
Here's the snap to Darby. He booms it out of their high wobbly kick. Higgins going to get away from it and now decides to catch it at the 37, and that was a mistake as the Bruins clobber him at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, I bet Higgins let that ball roll out of bounds the next time instead of catching. He was right on the sideline. He only had about a half a yard in bounds when he caught it. 2 Bradshaw players hit him and really knocked him back on the felt over there.
It's like I said, they clobbered him.
That's right.
At the 37-yard line. So Coffey has it in pretty good field position. First and 10 at their 37. Leading 6-0. We have a minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Good crowd on hand for this 20th meeting between these intercity rivals. Here's a quick pitch. Running wide is Williams, and he's going to be, rather Ingram, and he's hit for a loss. And that was Terrell Eggleston. He's hit for a loss back there by Byron Darby at the 35-yard line. So that, well, let's see. No, not a loss. He picked up 2 yards. All right, second down and 8. The ball at the Coffey 35. Oh, well, he lost one, Bill. I'll get my yardage mixed up. He lost one back to the 35. It's second down and 11. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Coffey leading 6-0. Here's Phillips faking, looking to throw, shoots it over the middle. It's complete at the 50, at the Bruin 47-yard line, and a first down on a bullet to Steve Horton. That's good enough for a Coffey first down. As Horton playing tonight more than before, he's a 5'10 junior. Boy, Bill, he caught that one like he'd been out there all year long.
He sure did. He ran a good route. He was a split wide to the right. He went down about 5 yards and just angled to the middle of the field, and Phillips laid the ball right on the money. Big gain, first down.
All right, 1st and 10 at the Bruin 47, and the lines merge. Flags go flying. Let's see who the infraction is against on that one.
It's going to be against Coffee, the right tight end. Skipworth and Gregory Watson both jumped a little bit early that time on the count, and they're talking to Bradshaw. They're going to take a 5-yard penalty.
Or you can hear the band down below and across the way. Coffee and Bradshaw cheering section simultaneously going at each other in this 20th meeting between these two schools.
Well, when these two schools meet, Jerry, you don't just have two football teams playing each other. You got the bands against each other. You got the cheering sections against each other. It's a great city rivalry and good for football in the city.
All right, here's a handoff up the middle. Running hard is Williams, and he crosses the 50 and gets back to the original line of scrimmage around the 47. I could remember a few years ago when Coffey's head cheerleader was had a brother playing for Bradshaw, and John Lander's son played, and his daughter was the head cheerleader at Coffee High School. That's the end of the first quarter.
Beautiful jewelry from Sidelines, exquisite pieces in silver and gold, synthetic stones, freshwater pearls, and colorful crystal. Select the latest designs just in from New York or an original Sidelines creation. There's no better way to say I love you than with jewelry from Sidelines, English Village, Florence.
Working for you to keep natural gas the safest, most efficient form of energy your money can buy. With modern gas leak detection equipment, we are able to pinpoint and repair leaks before they become a hazard to you. You can help out by giving us a call before you do any digging. This allows us ample time to locate and mark our underground pipeline facilities. This service is free of charge to you. So give us a call with any problems or questions that may arise. And remember, let gas make the big difference in the way you live.
Upsets in the making across the way. In the first quarter, Sheffield leading Daschler 6-0, and at the end of the first quarter, Haleville leading Muscle Shoals 7-0. All right, here's the first play of the second quarter. Phillips firing upon to Horton, and he just missed it at the 14-yard line. Went right off of his fingertips. And Bill, I want to know where Steve Horton, I don't know where this guy's been all year.
Well, I don't know either. I started to say a while ago when he made that pass catch, I hadn't remember calling his name all year. But he's got good speed, got good hands, and he was open that time. The pass was right on the tip of his finger. It would have been a great catch if he'd made it, but he was open on the pass play.
I hope they haven't changed numbers on us. 41 on the program is Steve Horton, a junior. Here's third down and 11, and here's a draw play. Running up the middle is Ingram at the 45, and he makes about the 44-yard line. So Coffee will have to punt it away, and they'll send in Max Pride, the jacket of the week last week. First time in the history of that award, a punter has won it. Max kicked the ball 9 times for an average of 40.2 yards. He twice kicked the ball dead inside the Grissom 10. One of them was a 66-yard kick that eventually gave Coffee the field position to score the winning touchdown. And he just 2 other times missed kicking the ball dead at the 1. So he's in to punt, and he's a senior. And he's a left-footed kicker. We have 2 left-footed kickers in tonight's game, and here's Pride kicking. It's a line shot. It's going to be taken at the 11. Here comes Holman, 15. Matt back to the 20, and nailed at the 20. So Holman returns 9 yards to the 20-yard line, and making the hit was Charles Brown again. So Bradshaw puts it in play, 1st and 10, at their 20-yard line. Teresa, how about a word from one of our sponsors?
Another booster of the Copper Yellow Jackets is Jim Greenhill Car Care Centers with 2 stores on Florence Boulevard. Jim Greenhill Car Care Centers features total car, light truck, and motorhome maintenance.
Oh, you're getting professional on those commercials there, huh? Great job. Teresa Moon will have all the news at halftime for Coffee. Here's a straight handoff, and the Bruins getting good yardage up the middle around the 25, maybe the 26. Wilcoxon had to hang on and pull Edwards down that time after getting up around the 25-yard line, a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5 yards to go. Coffee leading 6-0. We are just started the first minute and a half of play of the second quarter. Holman splits wide to the left side. There's a wide out to the right, and the backs are in the eye behind Costin. from the 25, and the give is up the middle of the fullback. And Edwards makes the 27, where he is knocked down in the air by Trent Thompson. So the ball at the Bruin 27, and now they face a 3rd and 3 possession down. In addition to Teresa's reporting news at halftime, Lamar Goodwin, the head basketball coach at Coffee, will be our guest. That's traditional on the Coffee Bradshaw game. We talked about the upcoming basketball season, and Jack Worley, who for many years was our sidekick on the Coffee games, will make a special appearance. Here's a pass complete to Holman at the 39-yard line, and he's down immediately by Higgins, and that's good enough for a Bruin first down.
Just
Matt
a great
Holman.
catch right there by Holman. He was split to the left side on the sideline. He went down about 10, 15 yards and just made a quick cut over the middle. The ball was a little bit high, but Matt went up and with good hands, good concentration, pulled it down, picked up the first down. Bradshaw's first down of the night.
First down at their own 39-yard line. Here's Costin. Bruins jump off sides. Flags go down, and Costin's hit as he throws the pass incomplete. The right wideout jumped off sides that time, Darby, for Bradshaw. Still talking about Matt Holman. Boy, he'd come with those good hands and running great pass routes by virtue of excellent bloodlines. And he's a good one.
Well, his brother Dennis, of course, everybody
His
knows.
dad.
His dad. I said brother. I'm thinking of something else I was going to say later, but Dennis's brother, Gerald Holman, he works for the Muscos Electricity Department, and he was one of the best left fielders in softball that I ever saw. Played with him for several years. He also had good hands, so you're right, it runs in the family.
All right, here's Costin now to draw play to Ricks, and he's hit. He fumbles the football. It's loose at the 36, and Coffee has recovered. Coffee has recovered at the 36-yard line, and it's Todd Wright with the football for Coffee at the Bruin 36.
Well, that ball seemed like it laid on the ground forever before somebody got it. Just as the play started, the first hit, fumble, rolled out to the side of the field, but Todd Wright finally got on it for Coffee. Big break, big turnover.
All right, Coffee now with the turnover at the 36-yard line for the Yellow Jackets. That's their 13th fumble recovery on the year and their 21st forced turnover. They have 8 interceptions also. All right, here's Ingram moving in the backfield on the snap count. They're going to go ahead and give it to him, and Vernon's going to run wide. Gets loose in one man, gets back over the 35 to the 34. I guess they're going to see where the play winds up, so Bradshaw will definitely take the penalty here as Vernon gets 2 yards, but he moved before the snap of the ball, and that'll be legal procedure. Both bands will be performing at halftime tonight. Here on this brisk football Halloween, the 20th meeting between Coffee and Bradshaw. Coffee leads 6-0 with 8:46 to go here in the first half. Coffee trying to win their 3rd straight game and pick up the momentum going into the playoffs next week. They are the Area 14 champs, and if they win tonight, they'll have a 5-4 record in the regular season. Last year, they were 6-4 under first-year coach Jim Hartley, so he's shooting for his 2nd winning season in the regular mark. And we will host the first round of the playoff next Friday night. And Coffee, by the way, will be hosting the loser of tonight's Parker and Minor game being played in Birmingham. The loser of that one will come to Florence next Friday night. All right, wide to the right. First down, here is a draw play now to Williams. Williams trying to run wide to the 30. He sprints to the left corner at the 25 and finally hauled down at the 23. Mark Williams, a sophomore, good running on the corner and was pulled down over there by Darby.
That was just a delay handoff to the fullback. It was designed to go up the middle. The middle was clogged up. He had good field vision, cut to the left, had a hole, and then tried to sprint to the outside to outrun the Bradshaw secondary. He did pick up good yardage, but Bradshaw was able to bring him down at the 24-yard line. First down. First down and 10 at the Bruin 24. Coffee, after Todd Wright recovers the fumble, trying to cash it in. Here's a give off to Ingram, and he's off the left side. Bowls inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. Coffee was in the wishbone that time, Jerry. That's the first time I've seen him run out of the wishbone this year. But Vernon Ingram behind the 2 backs, leading him through the tackle hole, just straight ahead power football. It looks like they're going to just try to ram it in there. All right, the ball is at the 19-yard line. It's 2nd down and 5 yards to go for Coffee. They're leading 6-0 and threatening again with 7:48 to go in the first half. And they're out of the wishbone again. There's a new look for Coffee. It's Vernon Ingram behind a block. He dives inside the 15 down to around the 14. He might have got the 13. He's tripped up in there by Patrick Clark. And it's going to be close enough for the measurement at around the 14-yard line.
Coffey's offense, Bill, looking much better tonight here, running with authority. Williams and Ingram running well. The blocking in the line's a lot better. So they're getting somewhat better. It's not been a good offensive year for Coffey, but they've got a lot of those guys, Ingram, Williams, Phillips, the entire backfield right there will all be back next year.
Well, you know, Vernon Ingram was used on defense only for about the first 5 games of the year, and then Kenny Tucker left the team, and then Vernon Ingram was forced into offensive play. And when you're used to playing defense all preseason in the practice and then in the first 5 games, it takes a while to get accustomed to the offense.
It was a first down for Coffey at the Bruin 14-yard line. Here's Ingram jumping over one of the Bruin tacklers and making it down around the 11. Robbie Richardson in that backfield now at fullback for Coffey. And his mom, Wanda McCollum, Bill, good friend of ours, is the new cheerleader sponsored Coffey and doing a great job, and we want to wish her good luck with those young ladies. It's a lot of work goes into that, and she's doing a great job in her first year.
Well, Wanda can handle it. She's very enthusiastic about Coffey football and the program here, and cheerleading's all a part of it. She'll do a good job.
The ball around the 11-yard line, and here's a give to Robbie Richardson. He fumbles the football, and the Bruins have got it at the 13 or 14-yard line. So Robbie Richardson coughed it up on the handoff. It looked as though he didn't get a good, clean handoff that time, but he was hit immediately, fumbled the ball, and the Bruins have it at their own 14-yard line.
Well, Richardson and Phillips that time collided right when they were trying to hand the ball off, and never did get a handle on it. The ball fell free on the ground. Bradshaw had a couple of men around the football, fell on it, and they get a big turnover down deep in their own territory. The turnovers are even now, one apiece.
So the Bruins put it in play, 1st and 10 at their 14-yard line. Here's the quarterback, Costin, giving right straight up the middle. Running hard is Edwards, and he's up around the 18 or 19-yard line. Oh, that was Fred Edwards, the fullback. He's a senior. Picks up 5 yards at the 19. 2nd down and 5 yards to go. The Bruins check in Byron Darby at a wideout. 6 minutes to play, first half. Coffey holding a 6-0 lead. 77-yard pass from Phillips to Vernon Ingram for the only touchdown in the game. Here's the I formation behind Costin at his 19, and straight handoff to Edwards again. He gets his first down up around the 23. Yeah, well, let's wait. He may be a little bit short. He hits around the 23. They got to go to the 24. So he uses short by about 1. It'll be 3rd down and a yard to go. The ball at the 23. Lorenzo Cole checks in. At a wideout for the Bruins. He's a sophomore. Costin, the quarterback's a sophomore. Ricks, the tailback, is a sophomore. So the Bruins with some good young players coming up. Here's the quarterback, Costin, now on 3rd and about 1, and here's a first down. Over the 25, all the way out to the 29-yard line goes Andres Billis in the backfield now, and he scoots up around the 29, and that's a first down. So Billis picks up the first down for the Bruins at their own 29-yard line. Bruins racing the clock now. 5 minutes to go first half. They trail 6-0. Backs this time are split. Bruins running out of a variety of formations. Here's a give to Billis. He fumbles the ball. It's loose back at the 20, and Costin dives on it for Bradshaw. Boy, Billis was hit hard, and here's a flag thrown in the backfield. In the secondary, a little extracurricular activity. Robbie Richardson and one of the Bruins going at it back there, and let's see who the guilty party is. Well, let's see who gets caught. It's not always the guilty party.
It's usually the one that hits back second, the one that gets called. It's not the one that starts it, but it's number 75, Chris Lovejoy for Bradshaw, and Robbie Richardson for Coffey. We're having a little extracurricular activity way downfield, about 20 yards from where the fumble was recovered.
Well, Villas was hit and fumbled the ball, and Costin fell on it at the 20. So they're going to call a double foul against both of them. That'll be offsetting penalties, and the fumble will stand where it was recovered by Costin at the Bruin 20. So it'll be back at the 20-yard line. They've got to go all the way to the 39. So it's going to be 2nd down and about 19 yards to go. Here's the split backfield, and Costin wants to throw. He's running, and he's hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage. He tried to run out of the rush, and Gregory Watson wrapped him up. Also in there was Juan Jones on the tackle. That's play failed again. It'll be 3rd and 19 at about the 19.5, 20-yard line. 4:08 to go, first half. Coffee 6, Bradshaw nothing. And wide to the right goes Holman. Here's Costin on 3rd down from his 19.5-yard line, and he sprints right straight back to throw. He has protection. He loops it long down the field. He throws it over everybody's head at the 43. That ball sailed out of his hand that time, and Holman had run a cut route that time, and the ball went way over his head. So it's incomplete. 4th down, and Coffee should get good field position here. Back in safety is Higgins around midfield. And the Bruins will have Darby punting with 3:48 to go. First half, clock stop with the incompletion. So Coffee has an excellent chance at field position here, leading 6-0 in the final minutes of the first half. And here's Darby's kick, and it's not a very good one. It's off the side of his foot, and the ball hits out of bounds. Let's see where the official marks it. There's a flag on the play, and the ball is out of bounds at the Bradshaw 43. So let's see who the penalty is against. Coffee will either have it at the 43, or they'll have an option of making the Bruins kick again if it's against them. So it'll be interesting to see what Coffee decides to do. Usually they say if you got that ball, you keep it. But it's going to be holding against Coffee. Kind of unusual on a punt rush. They get holding against the rushing team.
Well, Coffee had the return on that time. They were trying to hold the sprinters for Bradshaw up so they could get a good return, have time to field the ball and get a good return. But in trying to hold them up, they actually grabbed a hold of the jersey or an arm or something, and Bradshaw is going to get a chance to kick it again.
All right, they get a few more yards, 5 yards, puts it down at the 29. And it'll be 4th down again with 3:40 left to go in the first half, and Coffee leading 6-0 in this 20th meeting between Coffee and Bradshaw. Byron Darby will be back to punt again, and Higgins back in single safety for the Jackets. It's a high snap. Darby has time and kicks it out of there, and it's again coming toward the sideline. A fair catch signal. That'll be a flag there at the 41-yard line. Well, they missed it.
I don't believe he made a fair catch signal.
Obviously he didn't. He stuck his hand in the air. We thought it was a fair catch signal, but not so, apparently. He caught it and was hit immediately at the 41. So Coffee puts it in play at the 41-yard line, and the Bruins pick up 17 yards on the second try after the penalty. And Coffee now, let's see how they play it from their 41-yard line with 3:24 to go in the first half. They're leading 6-0 over Bradshaw, and Johnson and Wright go wide out to the left, and the give is to Williams, the sophomore. And he's at the 42 for a gain of 1 yard. The tackle was made in there by 61 Mike Hutchison. 2nd down and 9 yards to go. Coffee at their own 42-yard line. Halftime coming up. Teresa Moon will be here with all the happenings at Coffee High School this week, and a big week it was. We'll be talking to basketball coach Lamar Goodwin about the upcoming season, and a very special guest, Jack Worley, who used to be our partner on these games for many, many years, will be our special guest at halftime. Here's a quick pass out to the left flat at the 40, up over the 45 and down around the 47-yard line. So the Yellow Jackets still short of the first down, and it'll be 3rd down and about 3 yards to go. The ball is at their own 47-yard line.
Not only a big possession down for Coffee to pick up the first down with 3rd and 4 or 5 to go, but also to keep the ball and have a chance to score right before halftime with only 2 minutes and 15 seconds left.
All right, wide to the right this time comes Skipworth, and Mark Wright's in the slot that way. Here's 3rd down and 4. Coffee, quick pass out to Skipworth. He's going to throw the halfback pass to Wright, and it's intercepted at the 29, 30, Holman to the 40, up the sideline to the 50, to the Coffee 40, to the 30, and out of bounds at the 30-yard line. There's a flag on the play, and let's see who it's against. It could be an illegal formation against Coffee, but let's wait. A great interception by Matt Holman, and what an anticipation he had, Bill Hunt, on that one. We thought Wright was wide open. Describe the play for us.
Well, it was a double wide out to the right for Coffee, and I believe they're going to call Coffee for motion, but Coffee had a split in way out to the right side of the field and had a flanker split out way to the right. The receiver went down the field, little stutter step down the field right, and who threw the pass, Jerry? I'm not sure.
Skipworth.
Skipworth. He stepped back about 3 yards. Phillips threw the ball to him, and then he stood back. It was actually a lateral, threw it down the field. Looked like it was wide open, but Matt Holman came from nowhere and intercepted, took it all the way down to the Coffee 28-yard line. The flag was against Coffee. Bradshaw refused it. What a turnaround. They got a chance to score.
Yeah, 1:56 to go, and they got a chance to take the lead. Here's a quick pitch. Running wide is Ricks inside the 25 and out of bounds at the Coffee 24. And Jack Worley, come here. That's you were here going to be our special guest in a moment. We'll talk to you a little bit also between plays. That was just a typical Coffee Bradshaw razzle-dazzle, as you used to call them.
That's right, Jerry. It looks like the old days all over again out there.
How you been doing?
Fine, fine.
Missed the games?
I sure do, and I've been listening to you. We listened to you almost to Birmingham a couple of weeks ago.
Great. Jack Worley, who has seen many Coffee football games over the past few years, and we'll talk to him about that in a moment. Bradshaw second down, and again off the left side, carrying the football around the 21-yard line. And Coffee makes the hit in there, and one of the Bruins a little bit slow getting up on the play.
We at the Florence Gas Department are working for you to keep natural gas the safest, most efficient form of energy your money can buy. With modern gas leak detection equipment, we are able to pinpoint and repair leaks before they become a hazard to you. You can help out by giving us a call before you do any digging. This allows us ample time to locate and mark our underground pipeline facilities. This service is free of charge to you. So give us a call with any problems or questions that may arise, and remember, let gas make the big difference in the way you live.
Gerald Murray Mobile Homes has it with a comfortable living, roominess, sunken tub, the warmth of a fireplace. Now, interest rates are at a low of 10.9% with financing up to 20 years. Gerald Murray has been the mobile giant for 15 years and continues to do so with courteous sales help and continuous service after the sale. If you're thinking about purchasing a new home, think Gerald Murray Mobile Homes, Woodward Avenue, Muscle Shoals.
Beautiful pecan finish, just $498. Great buys on Magnavox at Hunt's TV and Appliance.
The injured player was Andres Phillips. He comes off under his own power. Cost him the throw. Complete to Darby at the 10-5 touchdown. David Costin with a bullet right over the left hash mark to Darby, who was sprinting into the secondary. He caught it on the run and raced in for the touchdown, and we're all tied up as Matt Holman's interception, a big turnaround for the Bruins, and they are going now for the lead. They'll attempt the extra point, and Mo Mallet, a junior, a left-footed soccer kicker, will try to give the Bruins the lead. Ball is on the tee. The kick is up in the air. It's good. And there's a 30-second timeout. It's Bradshaw 7 and Coffee 6.
Color my world with hope of loving you.
Sure you love her with beautiful jewelry from Sidelines. Exquisite pieces in silver and gold, synthetic stones, freshwater pearls, and colorful crystal. Select the latest designs just in from New York or an original Sidelines creation. There's no better way to say I love you than with jewelry from Sidelines, English Village, Florence.
Y'all lead 7-6.
All right, Bruins now will kick it off with 1:40 left to go here in the first half, and it is 7-6. Bradshaw leading Coffee. Bradshaw coming into the game only averaging less than 7 points a game, about 6.5, and they've already equaled that here in the first half. Here is the kick, and it's right straight down the field. It goes over the head of Horton into the end zone for a touchback. So Coffee, let's see how they play it from their 20, 1st and 10 with 1:40 to go in the first half, and they're trailing Bradshaw 7-6. The interception by Matt Holman and the run back to the Coffee 28 set up the Bruin drive. The touchdown, a 21-yard pass from Costin to Byron Darby. Mallett's extra point gives Bradshaw the lead. All right, wide to the right comes Mark Wright. Quarterback is David Phillips from the 20-yard line. Straight give up the middle to Vernon Ingram, and he's over the 25 to about the 26. Ingram carrying the tackle made in there by Donnell Brannon. Gain of 6 yards, 2nd down and 4. Both bands will be performing at halftime, and a lot of halftime guests. Police, of course, will be getting their halftime report. Basketball coach Lamar Goodwin will be here, and Jack Worley, former color analyst on the Coffee games for many years, will be our special guest at halftime. Here's Ingram off the left side to the 30, 35. Ingram to the 40, first foul. Vernon Ingram, the Coffee line, blocking very well tonight. Gregory Watson, the sophomore, threw a big block on the left side. He's 6'4", 225, and just a sophomore. And going to be a good one. He's getting better each week, and he got into the starting role about midway of the year, Bill Hunt. He's a big force out there.
He sure is. He's gotten better every game, as you said, and they're opening, Coffee's line's opening up some big holes for Ingram right now. 2 big running plays, picked up about 20 yards.
Ball at the 39, first and 10. Draw play to Vernon again to the 40. Vernon on the corner, 45, and falls at the 49. He was tripped up there at the 49-yard line. They're running behind the block that time of James Mabe, and that's going to be good enough for a measurement, maybe. Let's see, it's right at the flag. Let's see where the official marked him down. Well,
going to mark him about a foot short.
Yep, at the 49.
Coffee has called timeout. They had all 3 timeouts left, 42 seconds left to go in the half, and Coffee's taking their first timeout.
All right, we'll hold it right here. With 42 seconds to go in the first quarter, we've got a dilly here in the 20th meeting between these two schools. It's Bradshaw leading 7-6, and here's a word now from another Coffee sponsor.
Benji Wilson, the name that comes to mind when you think of quality built homes. For your home building needs, call Benji Wilson at 767-2334.
Okay, the Bradshaw Bruins, the home team in this series tonight, and it's father-son night. Some 25 seniors and their fathers on hand tonight with a pregame ceremony, and they're leading right now 7-6, and they're trying to snap an 8-game losing streak and knock off their crosstown rival. We're in the first half, 42 seconds to go, and here's Coffee at the 49, and the pass by Phillips is knocked down. Number 73 for the Bruins came roaring in there, and that was Donnell Brannon, and slapped it down. It'll be second down and 10. Coffee at their own 49. 39 seconds to go in the first half. Bradshaw leading 7-6. Coffee trying to get close, maybe to allow George Williams a field goal. Clock is stopped on second and 10, and Wright comes wide to the left side. Phillips up under center, and he goes back to throw, fakes a draw play. He looks, he's upfield, got a man open. He hits Skipworth at the Bruin 35, and Steve is down to the 32 and a first down. At the 32-yard line. A great pass, Bill, and Coffee in the hurry-up offense with 31 seconds to go. Clock is stopped momentarily while they reset the chains. That was a good pass from Phillips to Skipworth, and it's at the Bruin 32, first down and 10. Coffee quickly trying to get on the board in the last seconds of the half, and here's a quick throw out to Wright. He threw it over his head to stop the clock out of bounds, and that'll be second and 10, but the clock stops at 27 seconds. Here's a halftime score from Muscle Shoals, Haleyville 7, and Muscle Shoals 3. And halftime, in the second quarter, Desslers come roaring back. They spotted Sheffield a 6-0 lead, and now the Tigers lead 16-6 in the second quarter.
Coffee lost two yards on that play, Jerry. Trying to throw it out of bounds, stop the clock, but he threw it backwards. It was a lateral, and they lost 2 yards.
All right, here comes Phillips back to throw. He's got protection. He shoots it over the middle, incomplete. Trying to hit Skipworth, who was the underneath receiver at the 20. Michael Johnson was racing downfield at the 10. Holman was covering him, so it's third down now and 12 at about the 34. Clock at 23 seconds showing in the first half. Bradshaw 7, Coffee 6. Wide to the right now comes Mark Wright. Nobody out on the left side, and Phillips rolls back to throw. He's under a rush, and he's going to be hit and dropped at the 40. That's sacked that time by Tynes Moody, the defensive end, who's played outstanding here tonight. And the clock with 10 seconds left. Coffee has it back at the 40, and they're going to let it run. 6 seconds to go. They will not get another play off. 2 seconds, one. That's going to be the end of the first half. And listen at the Bruin crowd below. We're at halftime, the 20th meeting between Coffee and Bradshaw. And the score, Bradshaw 7, Coffee 6.
We at the Florence Gas Department are working for you to keep natural gas the safest, most efficient form of energy your money can buy. With modern gas leak detection equipment, we are able to pinpoint and repair leaks before they become a hazard to you. You can help out by giving us a call before you do any digging. This allows us ample time to locate and mark our underground pipeline facilities. This service is free of charge to you. So give us a call with any problems or questions that may arise. And remember, let gas make the big difference in the way you live.
Gerald Murray Mobile Homes has it with a comfortable living. Roominess, sunken tub, the warmth of a fireplace. Now interest rates are at a low of 10.9% with financing up to 20 years. Gerald Murray has been the mobile giant for 15 years and continues to do so with courteous sales help and continuous service after the sale. If you're thinking about purchasing a new home, think Gerald Murray Mobile Homes, Woodward Avenue, Muscle Shoals.
Halftime, the Bruins with that touchdown pass. They're right at the end of the first half, and Mo Mallett's extra point gives Bradshaw a 7-6 lead, Jim. So Bradshaw had a sudden turnaround right at the end of the half. They got back in the game, and we're down now as we go to the dressing room.
Well, Jerry, that's, you know, we didn't like to see that, but that's something we gave up. We made a mistake back there, and really two mistakes, and it cost us. But at halftime, we really didn't say a whole lot to him. You know, we didn't have any major adjustments that we felt like we needed to make. What we were doing and trying to do, it was working. We hurt ourselves a few times by fumbling the football and getting costly penalties at times. But you know, like I told the team, I think that was just simply our emotions. We let our emotions control the way we played the first half to a certain extent, and we needed to get that out of the way, and we need to go back out the second half and go to work and get our business done, and that's pretty much what we did.
Well, our offense is certainly progressing each week, and it's very obvious and evident, and it was more evident than all year long the other night in the fourth quarter. Coffey's long drive has not been our trademark this year offensively, and that's what we had to have to pull out that football game the other night, and we did it. We went a long distance. David Phillips beautifully directed the offense. The blocking up front was good, and we pushed it into the end zone midway of the fourth quarter. We go for two and also make it, so that was the winning touchdown drive.
Jerry, and it was nice to see. We ate up some clock, and of course got the football in the end zone, and of course there wasn't any question whether you had to go for two or not. You're down by two, or really you only up by 5. And you wanted to get it up by 7 in case they did come back and score, so that wasn't a problem. But we started the thing off, what did we go, 77 yards, something like that. Vernon made a couple of big runs in there, and we got down close, and we called a load, what we call a load. Got pretty good blocking, just a little bit of penetration. David stepped the hump and stepped in, found the seam, got in the end zone. We came back really basically and did the same thing for 2-point play. And then turned around and had to play defense.
Well, it was a great football game, so we'll be back with the second half of the Coffey-Bradshaw game with the Bruins leading 7-6 when we come back. Okay, we're ready to go. It'll be Coffey kicking off to the Bruins as we open the second half, and Whitney Ford drills it right straight down the field. It's coming over to the hash mark, and Hoban takes it at the 9. 10, 15, 20. He's at the 25 and down at the 25-yard line on a good open field tackle at the 25 by Coffey's Trent Thompson. So the Bruins put it in play first, Bill, and they've got momentum as they scored right before the half to grab the 7-6 lead.
Well, and it's going to be interesting to see if that momentum they had right at the end of the half when they scored the touchdown, went ahead 7-6, is going to carry into this second half. Coffey needs to come up with a big defensive series right here and stop Bradshaw, get the ball in good field position, or Bradshaw could keep that momentum going. Mard, Edwards, and Ricks are the running backs at the 25-yard line. Here's the first play of the second half, and Costin throws it to Holman on a pass. It's complete. And Matt is at the 33-yard line before he's nailed by Higgins, and that's a gain of 8 yards. So the quick look-in pass to Holman. Boy, he's got quick hands, but Costin, Bill, drilled that right on the money. Well, he did. Holman split way out to the left side of the field. He just slanted right straight over the middle. Costin took the ball and just stood straight up, fired a shot right into him. Matt made good catch with good hands, showed good hands there. All right, here's a draw play to Edwards, and he's at the 35, and that's right at the first down marker. Gene Davis and Vernon Ingram make the stop in there for Coffey. And
Let's see if they're going to call for the measurement. They may bring it across. By the way, while we got time out for the measurement, we want to make mention of Pat Staley and all the people at Meritage Golf Club in Muscle Shoals are hosting the first annual left-handed tournament beginning tomorrow. If you haven't registered, if you show up at 8:30 in the morning, they'll get you off the first tee. You got to be left-handed to play it, or play like you're left-handed. And Bill Hunt would qualify if you didn't have to work.
Well, I am left-handed as far as swinging that golf club, and I'd love to play in that tournament. But I've got to go work in the morning, then I've got to go to Huntsville to a state home builders association meeting, important meeting up there tomorrow afternoon. So I'm going to miss it, but hope to have a good turnout and do it again next year. We'll try to get in it.
All right, the measurement, and Bruins are just inches short of a first down at their own 35. It's third and just inches to go. So they'll be going for it as Edwards and Ricks line up in the eye behind quarterback David Costin. Costin is a sophomore, and here's third and inches to go at the Bruin 35. And now the back split as they were not lined up right, and Costin splits them. They were in the eye. Here's Costin, quarterback sneak, and it depends on where they mark him. He may not have got that first down.
I don't believe he made it.
The official rushes in there quickly in the pile and tries to mark the spot, and let's wait and see. He may be short. The ball is right where it was at about the 35. We're looking at the chain across the way. It's about 1 foot on the coffee side of the 35, and it's going to be very, very close. If he got it just by the toe of the end of the football. So they're going to bring it across, and that was a big defensive play for Coffee, whether he made it or not, because they piled straight in there on him as Costin ran the quarterback keeper. So here comes the chain gang. We got the glasses right on the football as they mark it down. He's going to be short by inches. He did not get it, or did he?
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. He didn't get it. He sure didn't. One of the players stepped right in front of us there at the last second is why we were hesitating a little bit, but he's short. So now let's see if you're Jim Blair, what do? You gamble on your own 35-yard line, leading just 7-6 in this big game, or do you kick it out of there? Let's see. They're apparently going to go for it. Boy, what a gamble here. It's, I know it's only inches to go, but they didn't make it a minute ago. They may try to pull Coffee offside. Let's see what they got in mind. Fourth down and just inches at the 35, and now the Bruins are calling timeout. So they waste a timeout here. There's a 60-second timeout.
Gerald Murray Mobile Homes has it with a comfortable living, roominess, sunken tub, the warmth of a fireplace. Now interest rates are at a low of 10.9% with financing up to 20 years. Gerald Murray has been the mobile giant for 15 years and continues to do so with courteous sales help and continuous service after the sale. If you're thinking about purchasing a new home, think Gerald Murray Mobile Homes, Woodward Avenue, Muscle Shoals.
With beautiful jewelry from Sidelines, exquisite pieces in silver and gold, synthetic stones, freshwater pearls, and colorful crystal. Select the latest designs just in from New York or an original Sidelines creation. There's no better way to say, I love you, than with jewelry from Sidelines, English Village, Florence.
Still 16-6. 30-6. All right, Bradshaw punted during that timeout or commercial break. They didn't take the full 60 seconds, and it was not a good kick. Darby's not kicked the ball well tonight, punting, Bill, and it's dead at the Coffee 41, and that's where Coffee will put it in play.
Well, during the timeout, Coach Blair decided not to gamble on his own 35-yard line, even though it was 4th and 2 inches, and they punted the ball, and it was a very short kick. Coffee takes over on their own 46-yard line.
All right, here's a give to Vernon Ingram, sweeping off the left side, and Burnham crosses midfield and is down at the Bruin 49-yard line. So that was a gain of about 5. It'll be second down and 5 from the Bruin 49. Bradshaw checks in number 76, Patrick Clark. Here is second down and 5, 9:45 left to go in this Coffee's first possession here in the third quarter. Wide to the left is number 41, Steve Horton, a junior. Coffee trailed Bradshaw 7-6. It's a pitch to Ingram trying to run the sweep, and Vernon is ridden down at the 46-yard line. Good pursuit by the Bruins that time. Number 61 was out there. That's Mike Hutchison, who's played well tonight. They mark it at the 46. Gain of about 3, and it'll be third down now and about 2. Dessler now has exploded into a 30-6 lead. And Bill, that ball club there is powerful. They got an offense.
They sure do. The only loss they've had this year was to Colbert County, the first game of the year.
Well, they lost to Muscle Shoals. They lost the first 2. Now they've won 6 in a row going into the night. Here is a draw play that fails to get the first down as the Bruins made a great surge. And let's see who made the stop in there. Hutchison was in there along with Andres Billis. So Coffee fails to pick up a first down on 3rd and short, and they'll have to punt it out. Bruins gaining momentum the farther this game goes. Holman and Michael Frost are back in safety for the Bruins, and here's Max Pride, Coffee's punter, to boot it out of there. Max kicks it up, and it's a great spiral. Holman signals fair catch, gets away from ball, bounces at the 5 and scoots into the end zone. Great kick by Pride. Coffee couldn't get down there and down it in time. It hit right on the nose and scooted into the end zone. So the Bruins put it in play at their 20, leading 7-6.
It's good judgment by Matt Holman that time, not fielding that punt. He signaled for a fair catch, and he would have took it in at about the 10-yard line if he'd caught it, but he let it sail over his head, moved out of the way. The ball took a Bradshaw bounce, rolled into the end zone, and Bradshaw gets it out on the 20-yard line.
All right, first down and 10 yards to go from the 20. Here is Costin giving right straight up the middle to Edwards, and he doesn't get anything. Coffee stacks him up right at the line of scrimmage. Todd Wright's in there on the bottom of that one, along with Robbie Richardson and Trent Thompson, as Edwards fails to gain. 2nd down and 10 at the 20. Big defensive series for Coffee. They can hold here and get some good field position. 8 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. A lot of time left. Bradshaw leads 7-6. Yeah, missed extra point for Coffee. The difference so far. It was a bad snap, and they never got it off. Here's Costin back to throw. Draw play. There's a hole there at the 20. 25 Ricks to the 30, and that's close to a first down. Higgins had to come up and make the stop. A great call by the Bruins as Costin dropped back to throw and gave the draw handoff to Ricks, and he got his first down at the 30. That play fooled the Coffee defense. They were looking for Costin to dump a pass, and it was a good call. 7:30 now to go, 3rd quarter. Bradshaw leading 7-6, and they have it 1st and 10 at their 30. Here's a double wide out, running out of the I formation, and the handoff is to Edwards. And he's stopped by Richardson and Thompson at the line. They might have given one. No gain, 2nd and 10. Lorenzo Cole checks in for the Bruins. Good crowd on hand tonight. Coffee now will be hosting the first round of the playoffs next week. They'll play the Minor Parker losers. They're playing tonight in Birmingham, and the loser of that game will be up here for the opening round of the playoffs next week. The Bruins, this is their final game of the year. Here's a give to Ricks, and he got a couple of yards up the middle of the 32. As Trent Thompson, along with Darrell Beckwith, number 42, make the stop for Coffee.
And number 67, Scott Wilcoxon, he had 2 blockers on him. He just threw himself backwards and threw his hands out and got a hand on the runner. Just a great defensive play by Wilcoxon.
Here's a possession down for the Bruins. 3rd down and 8 at their 32-yard line. 6.5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Bradshaw 7, Coffee 6. 20th meeting between these two schools. Coffee trying to win their 15th game. There's a give up to Edwards, and he got, well, in fact, lost a yard as Robbie Richardson comes in there to make the hit. So it's 4th down and 9, and the Bruins will punt. Higgins goes back in safety for Coffee. Yellow Jackets check Sean Ligon in the game, and Byron Darby will be the Bruin punter. So the clock shows 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, and the Bruins are leading 7-6 in this big city rivalry here at Brawley on a beautiful football night. Here's Darby's punt, and he gets a high one out of there this time. Higgins going to drift back and take it at the 33. He gets through a wall at the 35 and is finally nailed at the 37. Making the hit in there for the Bruins was Eddie Thigpen. So Coffee puts it in play, 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. Trailing in the game 7-6 with 5:45 to go in the 3rd quarter. Coffee checks David Phillips into the lineup now. and Mark Wright goes wide to the left. All right, the backs are split. It's Richardson and Ingram in that backfield now. And here's a quick pitch to Vernon Ingram running on the corner at the 40, cuts it into the 42. And he's hit there at the 42-yard line by Donnell Brennan. He's a junior. So that's a gain of 4 for Vernon Ingram. Second down and 6 yards to go as Steve Horton checks in with a Coffee play. Second and 6, Coffee at their own 42-yard line. Horton comes wide to the right. Out there to pick him up is Bill Smith. Here's a quarterback handing straight up the middle to Mark Williams, and he is at the 45-yard line. He got the 46. So Coffee now is going to look at 3rd and 2 at their own 46-yard line. Big possession down here, Bill Hunt, for Coffee.
Well, it is because they need to get some momentum going on their side. They're behind 7-6, and the clock's running down. It's 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the third quarter, and Coffee hadn't had a first down this half yet.
All right, all the scoring in the first half. Bradshaw leading 7-6. Wide out to the right. Here's 3rd and 2. Quarterback looking to throw, and he's going to be hit at the 44. Phillips tried to throw, then he changed his mind, sprinted out, and was hit hard by Hutchison and Tynes Moody, and that's a loss on the play, and Coffee will have to punt. So Coffee fails to pick up 2 yards.
Excuse me, Jerry, that was a quick look-in pass to Mark Wright, similar to what they've been Costin threw to Holman a while ago, just a quick flash right over the middle, but Bradshaw had good defensive coverage on him. He wasn't open. Phillips had to pull the ball down, try to pick it up, running wide to the right. Bradshaw's linebackers filled the gap in a hurry.
Here's Max Pride to punt. For Coffee, he kicks it out of there. It's an end-over-end kick coming upfield. The ball hits the 25 at the 20. Frost has it at the 19, and he's hit hard at the 16-yard line, and the man that lowered the boom was number 80 again, Charles Brown. A wide-open tackle on Michael Frost at the 16-yard line, and that's the 3rd vicious hit he's made on the kick teams tonight.
It sure is, and the man down there first, though, was Juan Jones. Juan Jones slowed Michael Frost up. Momentarily, he had to stop, try to cut the other way, and that's when Charlie Brown came in and just lowered the boom on him.
Boy, Brown's just sophomore. All right, first down and 10. Bradshaw back at their 16-yard line now, and straight up the middle of the 20 to the 22 goes Ricks, and a flag dropped at the 22.
I believe they're going to get Coffee for face mask that time.
All right, that'll give the Bruins added yardage.
That's what the call is. Had a good wedge set up that time by the Bradshaw line, and the backs leading through, and he was just one of the Coffee players couldn't really grab him by the legs. They had to reach in to get him, and when they did, they grabbed the face mask, and it's a big penalty. It's going to give Bradshaw a first down up at their own 36-yard line.
All right, first down and 10. So Coffee lets the Bruins out of the hole with a defensive mistake, and it's first and 10, Bradshaw at the 36-yard line. Austin is their quarterback. Edwards and Ricks are the running backs at the 36-yard line, and here's a given there to Ricks, and he doesn't get anything. He's tripped up in there by Robbie Richardson, along with 42 Darrell Beckwith, so the play fails to gain. It'll be second down and 10 at the 36. 3 minutes to go, third quarter, and Bradshaw holding to a 7-6 lead. Lorenzo Cole comes out wide to the left side now. Bradshaw, the underdog, coming in, beginning to gain momentum as the time goes on, as Coffee's offense has not performed strong tonight. And here's a give to Ricks, and he's hit hard at about the 38-yard line. Tackle made in there by Davis, along with number 62. That's Brian McLaughlin. So it's at the 38, and it's third down and about 8. We're going to be calling the names of the 17 Coffee seniors who are playing their final regular season game here tonight. Of course, they've still got the playoffs ahead. Here's Costin to throw under a rush. He throws it a screen out to Edwards, but it's over his head, incomplete. And Bradshaw will punt.
Number 44, Gene Davis, that time's playing in the middle guard position. He's very quick in there, just like Trent Thompson. They're kind of alternating tonight. That was designed to be a screen pass, but he was in there so fast, Costin didn't have time to set it up.
So Darby now will punt for the Bruins, and Darrell Higgins is back in safety for Coffee. Clock shows 2:10 to go in the third quarter, and Bradshaw's leading 7-6. Here's Darby's punt, and it's a good one. Higgins goes back, hits the 25, 20, inside the 15. Darrell picks it up at the 10. He's in trouble, breaks out to the 15, and returns it to about the 17. That's it. A great kick that time by Darby, and good coverage by the Bruins as Tynes Moody, who has been playing all over the field tonight, made the tackle for Bradshaw. And Coffee puts it in play at their 16. They mark it 1st and 10 with 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and Coffee trailing 7-6. Some of the Coffee seniors tonight playing their final Coffee Bradshaw game: Steve Skipworth, Sean Ligon, Charles Smith, Montrell Reeder, Terrell Eggleston, Robbie Richardson, Mark Wright, Keith Abernathy, and Todd Wright. We'll mention the rest of them in a moment. Here's first down, Coffee at their own 16-yard line, and a give up the middle. There's the fumble. Bruins have it. They pick it up at the 26-yard line, and we'll have it 1st and 10. I believe it was number 10, Darby, who picked up the ball, and who carried that ball, Bill?
Vernon Ingram that time up the middle. He got over the initial line of scrimmage, but he was stumbling, and someone from Bradshaw hit him from behind. That ball shot forward, and Brian Darby picked it up and was tackled immediately, but another big turnover for Bradshaw, and they have it 1st and 10 at Coffee's 26-yard line.
Other seniors: Brian McLaughlin, Trent Thompson, Scott Wilcoxon, Max Pride, Reggie Wright, James Maiden, Steve Kuntz, and of course quarterback Vic Callaway, who was hurt before the year started and has not played. There's the seniors for Coffee. Here's a give off outside to the 24-yard line, and down quickly is Robbie Richardson. Rides down Rick, and at the Coffee 24. So the Bruins with the big fumble recovery, trying to add to their lead. They lead 7-6 with 1 minute left, third quarter. Here's some update. Haleville leading Muscle Shoals 13-9 in the third quarter, and Dessler over Sheffield 30-6. They're playing in the third quarter. All right, here's second down at the Coffee 24, and there's a loose ball, and Coffee's got it right back. And let's see who came out of there with it. I believe it was Thompson. Number 63 recovered the fumble by Costin. So Coffee gets a break as they get it back at their 23.
Well, Bradshaw turns right around after getting the big fumble recovery and gives it back to Coffee. That time they didn't even get the exchange from center. Costin backed out from under center before the ball was snapped. He never had his hands on it. He was trying to get out of there. It looked like a pass play was set up, and Coffee's Trent Thompson comes up with a big fumble recovery, and Coffee takes over on their own 23-yard line.
And got a momentary timeout by the officials here down below, and now we're ready to go. At the 23-yard line, Coffee 1st and 10 with a fumble recovery. Williams and Vernon Ingram are the running backs for Coffee at the 23, and here's a fake to Ingram, and back to throw Phillips. He's shooting over the middle. Skipworth has it at the 30. Breaks a tackle at the 35 and all the way down to the 40. First down. Boy, a great pass from Phillips, but there's a flag back in the backfield. Well, they say Bradshaw's recovered a fumble on the hit by Skipworth at the 40. He coughed up the football, and number 34 came out of there with it.
Benny Eves come up with a fumble recovery for Bradshaw, but there is a flag on the play back at about the 19-yard line.
It's roughing the passer, Bill Hunt. So that will overrule the fumble recovery, and Coffee will get an automatic first down as they roughed up Phillips after he threw that pass complete. Skipworth caught it, was hit and fumbled. The Bruins got it, but it's going to be roughing the passer. I think that'll overrule it. Let's see. Let's see how they'll call this one. Yep. They're going to mark off the penalty against the Bruins because that penalty occurred before the fumble. And it'll be an automatic first down, Coffee, so they get a break. A personal foul, roughing the passer against Bradshaw, gives Coffee a first down at their own 39. 9 seconds left, third quarter. Bradshaw leads 7-6. All right, here's the draw play. Vernon Ingram, 40, 45, and all the way out to the 49-yard line, close to another first down. And that's the final play of the third quarter.
We at the Florence Gas Department are working for you to keep natural gas the safest, most efficient form of energy your money can buy. With modern gas leak detection equipment, we are able to pinpoint and repair leaks before they become a hazard to you. You can help out by giving us a call before you do any digging. This allows us ample time to locate and mark our underground pipeline facilities. This service is free of charge to you. So give us a call with any problems or questions that may arise. And remember, let gas make the big difference in the way you live.
Gerald Murray Mobile Homes has it with a comfortable living. Roominess, sunken tub, the warmth of a fireplace. Now, interest rates are at a low of 10.9% with financing up to 20 years. Gerald Murray has been the mobile giant for 15 years and continues to do so with courteous sales help and continuous service after the sale. If you're thinking about purchasing a new home, think Gerald Murray Mobile Homes, Woodward Avenue, Muscle Shoals.
This could be a key drive for Coffee because, you know, we're starting the fourth quarter and Coffee needs to move this one down and grab the lead. All right, here we go. We're starting the fourth quarter. Bradshaw leads Coffee 7-6. Coffee has the ball at their own 49, 1st and 10. They picked up 2 first downs now in this drive, and they have it at their 49, 1st and 10 as we open the fourth quarter. The 20th meeting between these two schools. Here's Mark Williams for a couple of yards at the Bruin 48. Give him a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Kuntz led the blocking parade up front that time as Williams shuffled right in behind him. Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7 yards to go. Don't forget our final coaches breakfast show as we wrap up our 13th season. Tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock here on FM 105, live from the Holiday Inn. We'll be talking about the playoff picture and prospects for next year. Here's a give to Ingram, and Ingram didn't get much. He broke loose for maybe 1 or 2 at the 46 as Hines Moody, along with number 63, Bill Jordan, made the hit. So it's 3rd down, Coffee now, and here's a possession at the Bruin 46. The 3rd down and about 5 yards to go. So let's see how the Yellow Jackets call this one here. 3rd and 5 at the Bradshaw 46. Ingram and Richardson and Williams are the running backs in the wishbone formation for Coffee. Here is Phillips back to throw. He's looking upfield. He shoots it over the middle. It's complete on a diving catch at the 34-yard line by Mark Wright. A great catch. Yeah, Mark Wright, Bill, and a super catch by him for a 1st down.
Great catch by Mark Wright. A good pass by Phillips. Mark Wright split to the right side of the field, which was the wide side. He went down about 10, 15 yards and just cut to the sideline. Just as he made his cut, Phillips let the ball go. Wright had to come back for it a little bit and scooped it up. Completed pass, 1st down for Coffee at the 34.
That pass good for 12 yards. Here's a quick pitch to Ingram, running on the corner. Vernon at the 30. He's at the 25. Breaks a tackle inside the 20. Tight ropes the sideline and is finally pushed out of bounds at the Bruin 16. A great job of running on the sideline by Vernon Ingram, the junior.
It looked like Vernon Ingram was going to go out of bounds back at about the 25-yard line, but he just stopped dead in his tracks. The Bradshaw guy just went right by him, and he cut stutter stepped back to the inside the field and picked up another 8, 9 yards. Just great running, great ability to stop and go by Vernon Ingram.
They say his foot stepped out of bounds at the 17. 1st and 10 Coffee. Here's Robbie Richardson running wide, and Robbie gets 1 yard. And that's all as he's ridden down over there by Bill Jordan. So it'll be 2nd down and 9 at the Bruin 16. 10 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the football game. Bradshaw leads Coffee 7-6. The Yellow Jackets with a good drive underway. And we've got a timeout right now. So let's take a 30-second.
Shower you lover with beautiful jewelry from Sidelines. Exquisite pieces in silver and gold, synthetic stones, freshwater pearls, and colorful crystal. Select the latest designs just in from New York or an original Sidelines creation. There's no better way to say I love you than with jewelry from Sidelines, English Village, Florence.
You got it, Bill, at the Bruin 16. It's 2nd down and 9 yards to go. Keep in mind, Coffee has a good place kicker in George Williams. All right, here is Phillips. He's rolling on an option play inside the 15 down to the 10. David Phillips completely fooled the Bruin rushing line that time. On the bootleg, we used to call it. He sprinted wide to the left. He ran that against Grissom last week with good success. And it's at the 10-yard line. So now it's 3rd down. and about 3 at the 10.
The only guy that for Bradshaw that wasn't fooled on that bootleg play was Michael Frost. He stayed at home from his defensive cornerback position, and he made a good open field tackle, or David Phillips could have gone all the way into the end zone.
Here's the wishbone alignment at the Bruin 10. He gives it wide to Ingram, and Vernon inside the 10 around the 7 or 8. That's going to be close to a first down. Let's wait and see where they mark it. That's going to be very close to being first and goal, and they're going to have to call for a measurement here. So here's a big measurement for Coffey, and if he doesn't make it, Coach Jim Hartley will have a big decision to make. So let's wait and see. As the chain gang comes on the field, the ball is around the 7-yard line. The chain is down. He got it. First and goal to go. Coffey at the Bruin 7-yard line. Bradshaw leads 7-6, 9:15 to play. Coffey trying to win this game and take the lead right here. There's been no scoring in the second half. Coffey's drive started at the 23. So they're 7 yards away from completing a 77-yard drive. Here's Phillips rolling out of there, giving it off to Ingram, and he's at the 5-yard line. He had that ball wrapped up with both hands that time, and it's a gain of 2. So it's second and goal to go at the 5-yard line. Coffey getting some substitutions in the offensive game. Here comes 45 Mark Wright in. 8:40 to go in the game. Coffey trails 7-6, but they have it second and goal at the Bruin 5-yard line. Here is the wishbone formation again behind David Phillips. He spins out of there, gives it off to Ingram, burning off the left side, inside the 5 to about the 3, maybe the 2. The brown-shirted Bruins stack him up there, and the official's going to mark it at the 2-yard line. So it's third down and goal for Coffey at the Bradshaw 2-yard line with 8:12 left to go. Coffey trying to wrap up the regular season on a winning note and give momentum into the playoffs next week. Plus, a loss here tonight would give them a losing record on the year. So that's another incentive. And right now, Coffey's calling a timeout with the ball at the 2-yard line.
We at the Florence Gas Department are working for you to keep natural gas the safest, most efficient form of energy your money can buy. With modern gas leak detection equipment, we are able to pinpoint and repair leaks before they become a hazard to you. You can help out by giving us a call before you do any digging. This allows us ample time to locate and mark our underground pipeline facilities. This service is free of charge to you. So give us a call with any problems or questions that may arise, and remember, let gas make the big difference in the way you live.
Gerald Murray Mobile Homes has it with a comfortable living. Roominess, sunken tub, the warmth of a fireplace. Now interest rates are at a low of 10.9% with financing up to 20 years. Gerald Murray has been the mobile giant for 15 years and continues to do so with courteous sales help and continuous service after the sale. If you're thinking about purchasing a new home, think Gerald Murray Mobile Homes, Woodward Avenue, Muscle Shoals.
All right, here we go. Time back in. Coffey, third and goal at the Bruin 2. Phillips on the option. Touchdown. David Phillips on the option play. Turned it inside and scampered into the end zone for the touchdown, and Coffey grabs the lead.
Well, Coffey that time was lined up in the wishbone formation, but they ran the triple option out of it. Fakes it to the fullback up the middle, which closed the linebackers and the down linemen. Phillips optioned off the end. The end took Vernon Ingram, and Phillips had just clear sight and turned it up. Didn't get touched going into the end zone.
Coffey's going to go for 2. Here's Phillips sprinting, turns it in. He got it in there for the 2-point conversion. Same play, and Coffey grabs the lead 14-7 with 7:54 to play in the game.
Show you love her with beautiful jewelry from Sidelines. Exquisite pieces in silver and gold, synthetic stones, freshwater pearls, and colorful crystal. Select the latest designs just in from New York or an original Sidelines creation. There's no better way to say I love you than with jewelry from Sidelines, English Village, Florence.
But good that time, Bill Hunt. They went 77 yards in 11 plays. And this offense getting better and better. We can see it each week. The touchdown, Phillips on a 2-yard run. So Coffee with the 2-point conversion grabs the lead 14-7 with 7:54 to play in this football game. Here's Whitney Ford's kick. It's right straight down the middle of the field. The ball hits at about the 5, and here comes Frost with it. Back up the middle, 10, 15, 20. Runs into one of his own men, gets away, and is finally hit at the 24. So Frost ran into one of his own up blockers that time and cost him a few yards. So Bradshaw puts it in play at their 24-yard line, 1st and 10, with Coffee in the lead now, 14-7.
That touchdown drive that Coffee had, Jerry, you mentioned 11 plays. They kept the ball for almost 5 minutes to take it down that far and score. And I believe that's probably the longest drive in possession that Coffee's had all year.
It was a great drive and come at a good time, too, in a rival game. Here's Costin. He's going to throw. Shoots it over the head of Holman at the 32. Good coverage out there by Higgins and Vernon Ingram. And Holman getting up a little bit slow. Costin rifled that ball over his head. And Holman is down, and now he's up and okay. All right. At the 32-yard line, the pass incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10 yards to go. 7.5 minutes to play in the game. Coffee 14, Bradshaw 7. Coffee trying to win for the 15th time in this 20-year series. They're leading 14 games to 5, and just 7.5 minutes away from making it 15-5, but the Bruins are trying to battle back and get back into the game. Here's 2nd down and 10 at the 24, and Costin in the pocket again to throw. He has time. Penalty flags go down. The pass is intercepted at the 45, back to the 50. Here's Skipworth back to the Bruin 40, and out of bounds at the 38-yard line. There's a penalty flag thrown with the interception by Skipworth. And let's see who the call is against, Bill Hunt.
Well, he's picked the flag up and put it in his pocket. It's going to be against Bradshaw. The interception will stand. We'll see what the call was. It was probably holding where the flag was thrown. That's what the call is, holding against Bradshaw. It'll be declined. Coffee on the interception of Skipworth, and the good return with the interception will take over at about their own, what, 30... about their Bradshaw's 37-yard line.
That's Skipworth's first interception of the year. That's Coffee's 9th as a team here in their 9th game, averaging 1 per game. So Coffee has it now at the Bruin 37. They're in business again, 1st down and 10. Phillips rolls out of there to Ingram off the right side. He gets 2 to the 35. He's finally knocked down after a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Clock shows 7:07 to go, and Coffee leading 14-7. They just scored to take the lead, and then Skipworth kicks off Costin's pass. Ball is at the 36-yard line to mark it. So that was a gain of just a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Coffee will try to grind it out right here now. Another touchdown would look mighty big, but they just want to hold on to the ball. Here is Phillips giving off in there to Gene Davis, and Davis fumbles the ball. Coffee got it back. It's picked up in there by one of the linemen. That was Todd Wright. Davis had the ball stripped from him. It fell to the ground, and Todd Wright very alertly picked it up and tried to run with it. And they're going to mark him down at the 37. So a very alert play by Todd Wright. Gives Coffee they keep possession of the ball. So that was a crucial fumble, and Wright pounced on it at the 37. So it's 3rd and 10 at the Bruin 37-yard line.
And Bradshaw's tackling the football as they did that time. They stripped it from the Coffee running back, and Coffee's going to have to put both hands on that ball because Bradshaw's trying to tackle it and get a turnover.
That was a good play by the Bruins. Here's 3rd down. Phillips rolls out of there to Ingram. He's at the 35 and inside to the 33. So let's see how Coffee plays it on 4th down from the Bradshaw 33. It'll be 4th and about 7 yards to go. Clock shows 5:48 left to go, and let's see if they elect to go with a punt or if they try to run the 4th down and 7 play. Well, they're taking their time. They've got 2 timeouts, so they're going to have to hurry or they're going to be called for a penalty. That may be what they want to do. They may want to take the 5-yard penalty and give Max Bryant a little bit more room.
They're going to let all the time run off the clock they possibly can. It's counting down from 5 minutes, 25 seconds. They're going to take a 5-yard. There it goes.
That was a good play. That gives Bryant a little bit more working room on his punt, and Coffee bought 25 more seconds. So they'll mark it back now to the 38-yard line of Bradshaw, and Max will have some good room to work with now on this punt with 5:21 to play in the game. Coffee leading Bradshaw 14-7. Muscle Shoals has just gone ahead of Haleville in the third quarter, 15-13, and Deshler leads Sheffield 37-14 in the third quarter over in Sheffield. All right, here's Max Pride to punt on fourth down from the Bruin 38. He gets it out of there. He kicks it for the corner. It's a high sailing kick. Ball hits at the 5 and skips into the end zone. Boy, another great one by Pride, who's really punted that ball beautifully this year.
That ball like about 1 yard going out of bounds at about the 2 to 3 yard line, and but it did not kick towards the sideline. It kicked back towards the middle of the field, and when it hit, went into the end zone. Tough break for Max Pride. He just liked about a foot getting that ball out on about the 1-2 yard line.
He did that all week last week against Grissom as he won the Jacket of the Week award for his punting chores. So the Bruins now have it again. 5:14 to play in the game, and they have it 80 yards away. First and 10 at their 20, down 14-7. Costin with a screen. It's complete. Running at the 22 and hit hard at the 22 and driven back. Let's see who made that tackle over there. It was number 11, Skipworth, who intercepted the pass a moment ago. Steve Bill has been a very steady performer all year long for Coffee.
He sure has. He's not a real flashy player. He just said, you said, and game after game, he comes up with play after play. Not real flashy when he does it, as we said, but just a good all-around player for Coffee.
All right, here's second down and 7. That play gained 3 yards. Costin to throw over the middle. It's complete. Holman breaks a tackle at the 25 and fights to about the 27-yard line. Quick pursuit by Coffee out there keeps Matt Holman from getting the first down. And they mark him at...
Number 20, Higgins was in on the play that time to stop Holman.
At the 28, and now the Bruins have 3rd and 2 possession down at their own 28, and they quickly check in number 32, James Goodlow, a senior in the backfield for the Bruins. Clock running with 4:05 to play. Will be right at the 4-minute mark when this ball is snapped. Bradshaw has 3rd and 2 at their own 28. Here's the I formation, and the gift straight up the middle, first down yardage. Running the ball, there's Edwards, the fullback, and he got his first down at the 35. So the Bruins keep the drive alive. And it's 1st and 10 at the 30 instead of the 35, at the 30. 3:50 to go, and the Bruins, I'm sure, will go up top right now. Austin, the sophomore, in there, and Holman comes wide to the right. Hoppy won last year's game 42-0, and they're leading right now 14-7 in this one. On Halloween night, here's Costin to throw, looking. He's throwing long to Holman. He overthrew him at the 45 of Coffee. It looked as though there was some confusion as to the route Holman was running as to where Costin thought he was.
Well, Holman cut to the middle on a post pattern, and Costin threw the ball like he was going to cut to the sideline. So there was a mix-up either on Costin's part or Holman's one.
Second down and 10 at the Bruins 30. Clock stops with 3:33 to go. All right, wide out to the right and to the left. Here's Costin to throw, shooting for Holman. He threw it behind him, incomplete at the 36. Higgins covering on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 10. At the 30-yard line as the Bruins check Fred Perkins into the game, a senior. Coffee leading 14-7, 3.5 minutes to play in this football game. Holman goes wide to the left. Here's Costin throwing. It's complete at the 35 and down to Fred Perkins as Charles Smith. Charles Smith for Coffee covering on the play. It's short of a first down. It's 4th and 5. So the Bruins probably will have to go for it. It's 4th down and 5 at their own 35.
That was a great catch that time by Perkins. One-handed behind him, reached up, grabbed the ball, spun around, kept it in his hands, and fell to the ground with a completion. That was just a tremendous 5-yard pickup.
All right, here we go. The Bruins may be their last chance. 4th down and 5 at their 35, and Costin throws. Intercepted at the 39-yard line by Smith. He returns it to the 35 and almost had it for a touchdown, but he slipped and fell in the open field.
Well, he had to dive forward to get in front of the Bradshaw receiver and make the interception, and he never could regain his balance, and he fell down at the 36-yard line. But if he'd kept his feet, nobody would have touched him going into the end zone, and he was real upset with himself because he knows if he could have just kept his balance, he had a touchdown.
That's his third interception of the year, and the 10th on the year for Coffee as a team. Here's Phillips giving in there, running hard. Mark Williams inside the Bruin 35 to the 34. Running behind the block of James Mabe, and it's a gain of about 2.5 yards, and the Bruins call timeout.
Gerald Murray Mobile Homes has it with a comfortable living, roominess, sunken tub, the warmth of a fireplace. Now interest rates are at a low of 10.9% with financing up to 20 years. Gerald Murray has been the mobile giant for 15 years and continues to do so with courteous sales help and continuous service after the sale. If you're thinking about purchasing a new home, think Gerald Murray Mobile Homes, Woodward Avenue, Muscle Shoals.
I'm back in. Here's 2nd and 8 at the Bruin 34. Phillips on the option play turns it up to the 31-yard line. Colby trying to run some wide plays now and run that clock down. And Bradshaw, are they calling another timeout?
Yeah, Bradshaw, that's their last timeout. They're trying to hold Coffee right here and have a little time on the clock to try to put forth the last ditch drive to win the football game. But Coffee has it 3rd down and about 4 yards to go for a 1st down. This is Bradshaw's last chance to hold him. Okay, so with 2:15 to go, Coffee leading in the game 14-7. There are a lot of key games in the area tonight. Still some playoff bids up. Of course, Desser Sheffield, Desser's already qualified. Talbot County is qualified. They're playing at Birmingham tonight, playing Irwin High School. Lauderdale County and Brooks, neither team going to the playoffs, but they're playing in Killen tonight in a big county battle up there. But Vinus at Mount Hope in a game that will determine the Class 1A Area 14 champion and runner-up. And Bill Campbell's battling Cherokee with a Class 3A Area 12 runner-up spot going to the winner. That's 2 big games among many others going on tonight. Here's a draw play to Ingram. He's inside the 30, inside the 25, and all the way down to the 22-yard line. That's a Coffee 1st down. So the Bruins trying to hold him. Coffee sprung the draw play to Ingram. He got his 1st down, and that should about put Coffee in good shape, Bill, if they can hold on to the football. Well, if they don't have a turnover now, they should be able to run the clock out with that 1st down. That was a 9-yard pickup by Ingram on the draw play to give Coffee a big 1st down at Bradshaw's 22-yard line.
To 1:55 to go in the game, and Coffee with a 14-7 lead. Here's Phillips on the option play, keeps it, and is hit at about the 20. Good coverage out there by the Bruins that time. Phillips just trying to run some clock off. He got maybe a yard or 2. Let's see where they spot him. They spot him just shy of the 20. Give him 2. It'll be, well, give him 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9. 1:35 to go. The Bruins out of timeouts, and Coffee now with just a couple of more plays, maybe 3, should have this game wrapped up and will be their 15th win in this series. The Bruins have won just 5 times. Coffee can win it here. They'll close it out 5-4 with that playoff berth coming up next week. Here's Phillips looking. He's going to throw the ball. It's tipped and almost intercepted. Bill, how you figure that call?
I don't know. It was a gamble. Right, that time was split the wide side of the field to the right, and he just slanted right over the middle. Phillips took the ball, stood straight up, tried to hit him with the quick pass over the middle, catch Bradshaw by surprise. But one of the Bradshaw linebackers got his arm up, hit the ball. It bounced up in the air. It fell to the ground incomplete, but that could have been a big turnover.
Almost had the interception there. Here's a draw play to Ingram. Vernon running to the 20 and still on his feet and finally knocked down at about the 17-yard line. So now it's 4th down, and let's see what Coffee does here. Do you try to kick a field goal, or do you just run it out and hope your defense can hold? We have 57 seconds left, and I would think probably that Coffee would just run the clock out here.
Well, you don't want to take a chance on the kicking game right here. A bad snap or blocked field goal could give Bradshaw a recovery in wide open field. So Coffee's going to keep it probably on the ground, I would think.
Here's Billy Ray Castile in the game for Coffee at an end position, and Coffee's going to be penalized 5 yards for delay of the game. There's just 35 seconds left to go. So Coffee will have to run their 4th down play, and the Bruins will get maybe one more shot at it unless Coffee can pick up a 1st down. Actually, they've just got to go to the 12-yard line. That penalty put it back at the 22, so it's 3rd and 10.
4th down and 10.
4th and 10, I mean, yeah. 4th down and 10.
It's going to be Coffey's last chance. Bradshaw's got to hold him right here. 35 seconds is not much time, but anything can happen in football, and these Bradshaw defensive players aren't giving up out there.
All right, here's 4th down and 10 at the Bruin 22, and Phillips runs the draw play to Ingram. Running at the 20, he's at the 15, and dives to the 10. He got his first down. A great run by Ingram as he picks up 2 crucial first downs in this series. And that's going to be first down right at the 10-yard line with 27 seconds left to go. The Bruin defenders had thought they had held him. They were running on the field, the offensive team rather, but he got a first down, and they waved him back off. So the clock runs with 20 seconds left, and Coffey has it first down and 10 just outside the 10-yard line. Here's the quarterback, Phillips. Draw play, running in there and hit down Richardson for a loss of a yard or 2. And that's going to be the final play of the game. 4, 3, 2, 1. It's over. The 20th meeting between Coffey and Bradshaw is over, and Coffey has won it coming from behind in the 4th quarter.
Show you love her with beautiful jewelry from Sidelines. Exquisite pieces in silver and gold, synthetic stones, freshwater pearls, and colorful crystal. Select the latest designs just in from New York or an original Sidelines creation. There's no better way to say I love you than with jewelry from Sidelines, English Village, Florence.
We at the Florence Gas Department are working for you to keep natural gas the safest, most efficient form of energy your money can buy. With modern gas leak detection equipment, we are able to pinpoint and repair leaks before they become a hazard to you. You can help out by giving us a call before you do any digging. This allows us ample time to locate and mark our underground pipeline facilities. This service is free of charge to you. So give us a call with any problems or questions that may arise, and remember, let gas make the big difference in the way you live.
Final, Coffey 14 and the Bradshaw Bruins 7. The Yellow Jackets winning for the 15th time, Coach, in the 20 meetings between the two schools. And the big thing, the win assures us of a winning season for 1986. Congratulations on the victory.
Jerry, thank you. It was a big win for us. It was a big win for the kids. They met another one of their goals that they set out. Hopefully, as we alluded to earlier in the show, that it's going to give us some momentum and help us get ready for next Friday night.
Well, it was a big, big win, and we're going to be talking in just a moment about the playoffs coming up. Coffey will be battling the Thundering Herd from Parker High School out of Birmingham. Kickoff will be 7:30 Friday night at Brawley Stadium. And we want to talk about the tickets in just a few minutes, and we'll get Coach Hartley to briefly tell us a little bit about the Thundering Herd. As you met earlier in the program, the cheerleader sponsor at Coffey, Wanda McCollum, and the 4 senior cheerleaders at Coffey High School, our special guests here on our Coffey Bradshaw show tonight, and we're going to be talking to them right now. So let's start on our right down here with Sherry Farmer, who is one of our 4 senior cheerleaders this year. And Sherry, we just want to ask you cheerleaders a few questions. First of all, how many years you been a varsity cheerleader at Coffey?
This is my 2nd year.
Okay. How about the win the other night over Bradshaw? How did it feel, and how you feel about getting ready for the playoffs?
I loved it, and I can't wait for the playoffs.
That's great. Well, was your cheerleader a sophomore?
No, sir.
Okay, so you haven't lost in the Coffey Bradshaw series, have you? What are your plans for college? You got any college plans?
I don't know right now.
Okay, just looking around. Sherry, thank you very much. Okay, what's your name?
Missy Stanley.
Missy Danley. Next senior cheerleader. Missy, what year for you is this on the varsity squad?
This is my first year as a varsity cheerleader.
Okay, so any exciting things you can remember as you look back now, either where they were funny, embarrassing things, or maybe the most exciting game that you went to this year?
The Bradshaw Coffee game was the funnest so far.
I kind of thought you might say that. And you're going to be in the playoffs this coming week with the team. And what about collegiate plans for you or the future? What do you want to be?
I'm not sure. I think I'm going to be a nurse, though.
Okay, well, great. Well, you'll make a pretty one. Thanks for coming by. Okay, Suzanne Nail, how are you today?
Just fine.
Now, I know you've been a cheerleader for a while. How many years you been one?
3 years.
I thought this was your 3rd year. What, as you look back on the season now, as you started back in the hot summer, tell us a little bit about where you went to camp and some things that the squad has accomplished this year.
We went to camp at Mississippi State in Starkville, and we did really well at camp. There were like 3 injuries, and so, you know, it was hard to work with. And we got superior ribbons every night, and we won the Spirit Stick 2 or 3 times, and we won permanent spirit stick.
That's great. How'd it feel beating the Bruins the other night?
It felt really great.
That's great. Thank you. Here's the head cheerleader now. Let's swap places here, Suzanne. Let Grace Ann come in here. Grace Ann Chandler, how are you?
Just fine.
When you first learned you were the head cheerleader, what was your thoughts and feelings?
It's a big responsibility, but I love it.
Okay, tell us a little bit about some of the duties you had and responsibilities when you become head cheerleader at camp and during the season.
Well, we didn't have a sponsor for half of our year this year, and so as a squad, we did really well. We pulled together in some tough times.
Okay, you got a good group here, I notice, every week to work with.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there's only 4 of you graduating. What about future plans for you?
I think I'm going to go to the University of Alabama.
Okay, how about the playoffs coming up? How you think we may can do?
I hope we do great.
Well, great. Y'all have done a good job. Thank you, Grace Ann. Come in here, Wanda. McCollum now, who, as you heard Grace Ann say, they didn't have a cheerleader sponsor the first part of the year. They recruited Wanda and did a great job there. And, Wanda, it's good to see you. And tell us something. I know it's been a whirlwind life for you the last few weeks since you become the sponsor. What are some of the things you do, and how much fun have you had being with these girls?
Well, we practice twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. This week we had 11 guys come out and practice with us for the Bradshaw game. So some of the boys found out how hard cheering is, and it's just not all pretty faces. It's a lot of work to it.
You know, Wanda, the cheerleaders do a lot of things for the football players, such as favors and things that the public doesn't really know about. They think all they do is show up and cheer on Friday night. What are some of the things and the hard work these girls do during the week for the football team?
Well, we make signs all week long. Just each cheerleader is responsible for making a certain amount of signs. We have the run-through sign we make. Favors, we've been up to 1:30 baking cookies, and 11:30 last week fixing our Bradshaw favors.
Do you want to come back maybe in the future and do this again? Is it a lot of fun?
It's fun. I've really enjoyed it so far.
Wanda is the mother of one of Coffee's star football players, Robbie Richardson, and you told us a story before airtime. Robbie came out a little banged up in that game, didn't he?
He had a few bruises.
Well, he's doing a great job, and that's Robbie's mom, Wanda. Girls, thanks very much for coming by. That wasn't too bad, was it? They were real nervous before we went on the air. And we'll be back to talk about the playoffs and Coffee's big game with Parker coming up Friday night when we come back in just a moment.
If keeping up with today's rat race has your employees climbing the walls, Muzak offers you the sound alternative, a tried-and-proven alternative. Muzak may not put an end to the rat race, but it can make it a little easier to run. Call Service Associates for more information on having Muzak installed in your business. Service Associates in Muzak, the sound alternative.
The Quick Print Shop continues to serve the Shoals area with same people, same place, same phone number, same good service and quality printing. Jim and Sybil Phipps appreciate your business. The Quick Print Shop has digital, electronic typesetting, layout, and design. They offer many services: quick printing, copying, labeling transparencies, business forms and cards, letterheads and envelopes, rubber stamps, magnetic signs, and much more. The Quick Print Shop continues to serve the Shoals area with the finest in quality printing. The Quick Print Shop, 108 South Pine, Florence.
Defeated Bradshaw 14-7, and the Yellow Jackets finished 5-4 on the regular season. And now the big part of the year is coming up. Friday night at Brawley, it's the Coffee Yellow Jackets in the first round of the 6A playoffs. They were the Area 14 champs with their wins over Grissom, Albertville, and Austin, finishing undefeated in the area 3-0. So they're the host team for the Parker Thundering Herd out of Birmingham, the Area 13 runner-up. And they'll bring a record of 8-2 into Brawley Stadium. And if you have not heard of Parker, and if you're any kind of a sports fan at all, I'm sure you've at least heard of them. They're most famous for their basketball team, perennial state tournament contenders. They've had a lot of championships over the years. They've sent people like Eddie Phillips, Robert Scott, and people like that, just that I can remember, to the University of Alabama. Great talent down there they have each year. And their football team is going to be coming into Brawley Stadium Friday night. Jim, you've had an opportunity to spend a hectic weekend, I guess we could say, anxious or skeptical, whatever you want to say. You've been watching the Thundering Herd on film. What can we expect from them Friday night?
Jerry, they are a tremendously talented football team. They're a big, strong, quick football team. They're led by a couple of sophomores. They have a sophomore quarterback in Garrett Clayton, number 13, who is a terrific athlete. He can throw the football. I think we counted on the film yesterday. He threw the ball something like 55 yards in the air, and it wasn't a wounded duck or anything like that. And they also have a running back, Jesse Edwards, number 34, who is also just a sophomore, who does a terrific job. And, of course, they have a wide receiver in Roland Garrett, who has tremendous speed, and they like to try to isolate him, one-man patterns and what have you. Offensively, you're going to see Coach Leonard do various, sundry, multiple type offenses. He'll give you a run and shoot look. He'll stack 3 people out to one side and have a split in on the other with one running back. Split backs. He just gives you a multiple looks and makes you do your homework. Defensively, they're very simple. They're basically an 8-man front. They'll play the split 6-some, split 4-some, and they like to bring their linebackers, put pressure on people, and with the talent and size and quickness that they have, it's going to be a very difficult job for us.
Well, it should be a great matchup. Coffee and Parker, 2 magical names in sports across the state of Alabama. To my knowledge, the first time they've met in football. Matter of fact, I'm almost positive of that. Parker and Coffee played several years back in the Bradshaw tournament, opening year tournament several years ago, and Coffee won that basketball game. So it should be a great challenge for our kids. And how are they looking upon it, Jim?
Well, Jay, I think we're looking forward to it. Our kids, really, it's another phase of our season. We went through that phase where we had to do some things to get into the playoff, where we had hit a lull period. We had to do some things to ensure a winning record, which we did. Now we've got all that behind us, and this is going to be fun. This is what you work for all year long, and you're one of the 32 best teams out of the 64. So we're going to work hard and enjoy this and just play.
Well, Jim, we're curious to know the practice pattern and philosophy of coaches during the playoffs. You've been out there now, what, 11, 12, 13 weeks. Do you go full speed like a normal football game in the middle of the year and, maybe risk an injury, or do you kind of just work on fundamentals and mental preparation?
Well, Jerry, we changed our thinking a little bit last week. We put the pads on, went tough Tuesday and Wednesday in preparation for Bradshaw. This week, I think we're going to put the pads on, but it'll be a control type situation where, we're not going to get anyone hurt if we can help from it to ensure that they are ready to play Friday night.
Well, we want to encourage all the fans to come out and just watch great football. These Yellow Jackets need your support. We're playing a team from Birmingham. We want to show them how North Alabama football is played in the city of Florence. So you come out and get behind the Yellow Jackets, even if you didn't go to Coffee or you're just a football fan. How about coming out and giving your support? What's the ticket situation, Jim? How much are the tickets, and where and when can they pick them up?
Jerry, the tickets will be on sale in the office starting tomorrow morning. Student tickets will be $2.50. Adult tickets are $4, and we would like to ask all the people to try to buy their tickets during the week where you don't have to stand in line and have to wait to get into the stadium Friday night.
We want to wish all the teams in the area, particularly our Shoals area, the best of luck in the playoffs. Congratulations on you for making it. Right quickly, our Jackets of the Week against Bradshaw. It was a tough decision. A lot of people played well, so we chose co-Jackets of the Week for the first time this year. Vernon Ingram, who had 141 yards rushing, carried the ball 28 times, caught a 77-yard touchdown pass, and David Phillips, junior quarterback, who directed the offense beautifully. He was 5 of 11, 130 yards, and scored the winning touchdown in the fourth quarter.
Jerry, those two are very deserving. Vernon's leading us in most every category, and of course David, he has just come on for the last several weeks and just gotten better and better and better.
So congratulations to David and Vernon. That's our show. We'll be back next week at 5 o'clock with a playoff show, Coffee and Parker. So until then, Jerry and I saying thank you very much for watching. We'll see you Friday night at Brawley Stadium.
This has been Coffee High School Football 1986, brought to you by